Welcome to my Hebrew study, Miel Hebraica. I'm looking at the Silver Scroll. The Silver Scroll is an artifact that was discovered at Ketef Hinnon and found in an undisturbed tomb. In other words, a tomb that had lasted all the way from about 600 BC all the way to the present time. And Gabi Barkai was the person, the archaeologist, who arranged this particular project. And so he's the one that did most of the thinking and most of the work regarding this. He had a good team working with him, so some people had some very good eyesight and managed to pick up this particular artifact. It's found at a place called Ketef Hinnon. I'm going to make another video about the place and about the caves that are there and about the way people were buried back in the day. And so in the time of King Hezekiah, and we're talking about pre-exilic times, the local Hebrew people of Jerusalem would go to their silversmith and they'd ask him to hammer out a piece of silver, and I've made a little artifact here just out of a piece of foil, and then on there they would scratch the names. They would scratch a message. I got this one up. I think it's about this way. Anyway, they'd scratch a message on there, and then this message would be rolled up and worn on the person with a cord. Now, the day would come when the person would die. They'd just bury everything in the tomb with him, and he would have his piece of scripture along with him. Now, they found two of these, silver rolled up. Gabi said it had slight purple tinge to it, so he knew something special. And when he found it, he realized he had to send it off to a laboratory in Tel Aviv. And it took them almost 3 years to very, 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 very carefully roll it out and study the surface of this inscription. And they found the priestly blessing. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you, and the Lord give you peace. It's a portion of it. Okay, so a portion of the priestly blessing. So we're going to get into a deep study of this particular passage. So let's take a good look at it. And this is, I think, one of the few times I'm doing what's the very, very pre-exilic style font. So it's an extra challenge to see what's going on there. But we do have the advantage of a lab working on it for 2 or 3 years. Later on, some people said, "Hey, it's earlier than 600, or it's newer than 600. It's newer than 600, like 300 or so." But they did a lot of analysis and they put the date back to pre-exilic, so approximately 600 before Christ. During the if you put it right to King Hezekiah, it'd be 587, but this is 600 is close enough for us before Christ. And this is what you have now. We have a first. It's a curse upon evil. Okay, so you got Ra'ach right here. So this is a separate kind of a passage, a little bit of extra biblical here, but right here is where it starts. You got Yevaracha Yahweh, V'yeshemorecha Yair Yahweh Fanav Alecha, V'yeshem Lecha Shalom. Now you're still missing Yetshe Fanav Alecha. So there's one section of the priestly blessing that's not in here, but at least 2/3 of it's there. So, and we're going to get into a deep study of what we have here. This is the original right here, a close-up photograph of it, and then I've this based on a lot of material available, actually, that's available in public domain as to what's there. So this is Yevaracha, and then Yehovah. This is the Tetragrammaton. Now, Gabi said right away, and the first time I heard this whole description of what had happened there at Ketef Hinnon, was they sent it off, and the secret or the key to figuring it out was this particular reference to the divine name. So you start with the divine name, and then from there, the people could build it out, and then find the rest of the passage surrounding this divine name. The divine name appears twice. Once it's in here, and once it's over here, and it's split here. Now there are a couple of the words that do split. So in ancient times, when the scribe ran out of space, you get to the end and pop over to the next line, even though he was breaking up a word to do it. So that's what was done in those days. Very much the Greek Cyrillic font, done with a steel or with an iron pen on a foil, so it's scratched. The surfaces are scratched in, and so I will start with Yevarcha. Now I have, this is what we call the modern, what we're used to, present days style Hebrew font. This is the original piece, and these are then a font based on this. Now I have the separate font over here, just so that, because sometimes you're going to have pieces where you only see one edge or one portion, one very small chunk of the original letter. So the original it's all consonantal. There's no vowels in here. There's no vowel pointing. It's all straight consonants. Now some of them, of course, will be matres lecciones, so they're going to be like Yehovah. But the whole thing is a consonantal text. So Yevarcha. So I'm going to check my time here. Okay, we've got enough time to do this. So Yod Bet Resh Kaf, and then you're going to have the Yod. That's the hand like this. Okay, sticking over like so. Yod Bet, and then the Bet is the bed of a. And the Resh, okay, the Resh goes up like. Now you got to start thinking a little bit like ancient Greek. You would call it Canaanite, Proto-Canaanite, the ancient Greek font with. And so look at it more like a row, okay, over here, and then the kaf, the final kaf. Now all of the letters are of a final form. There is no distinction in that day and age between internal forms and final forms. Everything you see here, in fact, all the last letters here are of the final form. So this is the kaf right here. So Yod Bet Resh Kaf Yevarcha, okay, bless you, Yehovah. So the Yad right here is just the edge, the one pointing, sticking here. Then there's a Hey, a Vav, a Hey, okay, and then a space, and then you get another Vav. So you have a Vav and another Vav. Yevarcha, and then Yeshemorecha. There's Shemorecha. The Yod is missing on the front here, but Shemorecha is there, and we got the left edge of the Sheen. Okay, right here, like so. It would full one would look like this. We got the left side of this one. We got the Mem. A Mem in ancient times, the distinctive feature of the Mem were the waves on the top. So here the waves are on the top. Okay, and the swung way down. Okay, way out here. That was the Mem. And then again the Ro, the Resh. Okay, comes up, scrolls around. This one was over here. Same thing as the Resh over here, but same thing over here. Resh, and then Ka over here at the end, sliding on down. So that's Shemorecha. There's a space here, but in the normal writing it would have gone together. Shemorecha. And then you'll start out here with a Yod at the front in here, and then So an is an Aleph. You start with a one stroke right straight through, and then you pull through a peg like so, like the face. And based on the epigraphic or the ancient form of this particular letter, the face of a bull or face of an animal facing this way and his horns. So this is the face. That would be this line right here, and then these are the horns right over here. Okay? So you get Ya'er, and this is the Resh here. It goes up here. The loop is over the top, so we're the Resh. And then you got a Yod again, and you got another Hey over here. So Yod Aleph Resh, Yod Hey. Okay, so this is Ya'er, and this is the verb to make shine. Okay, it's based on the root or, light, but as a verb it works as Ya'er. He may shine, may he shine on you. Ya'er, and then Ya'er Yehovah Fanav Alecha. So, and this now, we're again back to Tetragrammaton, the divine name, starting with the Yod and the Hey. Now, the Hey right here has just part of the vertical line and just part of the horizontal line. But there's enough there to let us know that's a Hey. And we got on to the next line. And so what has happened here is the divine name has been divided. Yod Hey, Vav Hey. Okay, here's Yod Hey, Vav Hey, Yod Hey, Vav Hey. So you got half of it on this line, the other half on the next line. And we continue here. Vav, Vav Hey. Okay, Vav Hey. And then it gets into, okay, the Pei here is a line like this with a loop around. Okay, it's just straight around, and then the nun is very similar in shape to the mem. Okay, so you got here's the mem. What the mem does is it jumps twice. The point of the scribe will jump twice, if not three times on the top here. The waves of the water on the top of this mem. And on the nun is just one jump, okay, right here, just one jump, and then a yod right in here, and then the last part, the vav, you only have a very small section of the vertical staff of the vav right there. So continuing on, so V'yer Yehovah Fanav, his face, that's his face, Alecha, on you. Okay, so this is Yod Kaf through here, and then again another V. That's Vav, Vav right here, and then a Yod right at the end here, kind of hidden. We don't have the advantage of really high definition microscopes right here, but if you look at it pretty closely, you probably spot at least a portion of the Yod. And then getting on to Yecha ve Yesham. This is the Sham, to place, to put. Okay, Yeshem, and Shin Mem. Let's see, we're getting in here. Then the same mem with a thing on the top. Lech, let's see, Lech, Lamed, Kaf, okay, and then Shel, Shalom. So we have Shin, Mem, Lamed, Kaf, Shin, Lamed, okay, Shin, Lamed. So this is, Shem is to place, Lecha, on you, okay, Lecha right here, and then Sha, and then Shin, Lamed. And again, this word is divided out as well. So, and we get to the last, and here's the last one is the Vav Mem. And if you look very carefully, you go, where's the Vav Mem? You just see the very tip top of those letters. Okay, there's only the what you'd call a defining segment of, at least this is the defining segment of this particular letter. It's on the top there, and there it is, Vav Mem. So this is Shalom. Okay, so that's it. And then the mem here extends out. Like I said, there's no final form for this mem right here. It's just a straight normal mem. There weren't any final forms in that day. Everything looked like a final form in that day and age. The final forms that we operate with the long strokes, the long tails on them, they often are derived directly from the normal forms of this kind of writing. So there it is. Yevarecha Yahweh Shemorecha veYeshemerecha Yer Yehovah Fanav Alecha veYashem Lecha Shalom. Okay, the Lord bless you and keep you, guard you. The Lord make shine His face upon you and place in you His peace. So God bless and God strengthen you. Beautiful example. It's the oldest scripture known, found in situ in a controlled archaeological dig, and so it's just the most significant piece of archaeology we have in this day and age. God bless and God bless you in this day. Until the next time.